Hello and welcome to the sportiest stream. Apologies on all the delays we had for that stream to go live, but we do have matches coming up. We're gonna have to make this a little quick though, because we are a bit late. Our schedule tonight, we saw earlier today actually a really good match. Team Evo Thunder making the reverse sweep against Next to New Chaos. But tonight we've got 3 matches here on this Sunday evening. Affinity Sapphire versus Hunter Goons for the ATS Apex Cup. Then we go to the Rocket League Splash Series Surge Cup. Affinity Sapphire will come back again to take on Team A.N.D. And we end with Crested Crew Gaming Pandas versus Team Evo Fatals. So that will be our final match tonight. A fun amount of matches today. 3 of them, in fact. We start in the Apex Cup. Affinity Sapphire versus 100x Goons. Affinity Sapphire coming in with a 1-2 record. The Goons are 0-3. Have not been able to win yet. But both these teams not out of the playoff running, even though we're getting closer to the end of our season. Definitely a tough battle here for Affinity Sapphire and 100x Goons, but again, they're not out of the playoffs just yet, although they are going to need to do some pretty drastic things to get there, especially for the Goons, who really not close to the playoff run as the lowest team out of their group. But Affinity Sapphire needed to play with good composure. This is still not easy matchup, to say the very least. So this match underway in just a moment, hopefully as soon as we get that prediction poll up for all of you. Affinity Sapphire again versus 100x Goons. 100x Goons, part of the X35 esports organization, who have struggled in the Apex Cup this season. Not only is this going to be important for Affinity, but they play right after this in the Rocket League Splash Series, so a win here will matter to this team's confidence, will matter. I mean, that series against Team A.N.D, which I think is a much tougher matchup for them. But for now, we get to see this series underway. Again, apologies on all those delays, but we are here as Affinity Sapphire with U-Dog, Sharky, and Off as well, taking on Killer, Alan, and Patty of the Goons. So Shizo not going to be here tonight, but everybody else from the Goons will be. They're still looking for their first win of the season, as we are having some issues here. There we go, they're in. Alan finally has joined, so we'll get our best of 5 underway. All matches are best of 5 tonight, as we're going to start with Affinity Sapphire versus 100x Goons. Again, thank you all so much for being patient with me while I had to fix some stream issues kind of last minute. We are ready to see this match underway. Affinity Sapphire will be on the blue for both matches tonight. This is their first one, and the one that they are much more likely to win, as the Goons still have not been able to win yet here in the Apex Cup here in Season 2. Most are very good players, but they have not been able to make things work this season. The Sapphire, again, in a position, trying to fight to make sure they get themselves up to a really good position, because they're not in the playoff running. They're in the playoff running still, but not in the playoff spots just yet. They still need a few more wins to kind of set themselves to be there, as the Goons still trying to get that first win of the season. At this point for the Goons, may not be thinking as much about playoffs, even though they can still make it in the playoff bracket. Probably a little bit more concerned with seeing if they can, how well they can do, if they can get some wins. At this point late in the season, it's tough to get chances, but they do start off with some good offense. Alan will put in goal number 1. While the Goons have been on and off this season, it's a good start for them, especially since if they can get a win here, this will be a huge win. Not only will it give them a chance to maybe start to get out the playoffs, but it also gives Affinity Sapphire a reason to second guess themselves. Well, and while these teams are also not in the same group as each other, this match still has that importance between all of these players, as Goons will do it again. Alan, already with 1 goal this series, will not far away from getting a second one. He'll go again here. Killer, saved by U-Dog. Affinity Sapphire playing very defensively right now, but they will get that clear away, and it should be open, but Alan, great response, does get back to net. And right now, only 1 goal for the Goons, as Affinity Sapphire's waiting for the opening chance. Maybe this is it, but Arky can't put his shot on target. U-Dog, though, will look in the midfield. That will bounce harmlessly off the corner. Affinity Sapphire just trying to wait and play a little bit patiently. Office Walrus, Alan, U-Dog going to goal, but Will be kept away by Patty. Sharky now. Going off the sidewall. Office Walrus. Great touch in front, but it will be saved by Killer. Affinity Sapphire holding the offense so far, but you need a lot more than just offense to get those goals. They're going to need to create good chances. The Goons, credit to them, have been stepping up huge when they need to get those blocks. Yeah, surprising to me that this team is 0-3, but the Sapphire not been able to crack the code of the Runner Goons defense. As now resting in the midfield, Sharky can't get that one around Killer. Patty already up, out in front for Allen, but his shot's not on, and Runner Goons have to sit back a little bit more. They'll still win the 50 in the midfield, and they'll look for another shot with Allen. Easy save for Hugh Dog, and Affinity Sapphire still haven't scored yet this game. It has been a pretty long amount of time. Again, if they really want to prove themselves, this is a match that they are expected to take. Especially, again, when they have much tougher matches in the future on paper, qualifying for that playoff bracket. This win is one that they're expected to have, but Goons fighting for their life. Sharky! Oh, we needed to put that in, but it's bounced off the post. Office Walrus. Sharky again. That one rolling to net, but Killer will be there. And Patty, just trying to waste out time, will find Allen waiting in the backfield. Affinity Sapphire going again is Office Walrus. And they still have not been able to break up field. And as this time keeps ticking, Affinity Sapphire running out of patience. They've had so many chances this game to take that first goal. Just have not really shown that they deserve it, though. Offense has been relatively tame and relatively poor so far. They really need to wake up soon because, again, this is a team that they really don't want to lose to. There's Sharky. Blocked by Allen. Hugh Dog will take that! And it will go in. A tied game eventually. Affinity Sapphire does break down the Goons, but this was the Goons themselves doing it to themselves. Everybody on that front post. And allows Hugh Dog to have a huge opening to score with. And eventually the Affinity Reborn side does put one in. Took almost 4 minutes of gameplay from that last goal from the Goons to do it. Not going to be happy with how long it took, but at the very least, they did take it. And that Goons offense really, again, has not looked all that impressive either. It's been a match where all these teams are just going to be throwing things at each other, hoping for plays to work. We haven't seen a lot of created opportunities. A lot of hesitations, a lot of, second-guessing each other. One of the reasons why maybe these teams have not had all that particularly impressive of records so far. As Office Walrus. Dog already looking to help a teammate out here as he'll get the clear downfield. Allen does keep control here, but Office Walrus already looking for the dunk, and Affinity Sapphire wanted to keep this ball above. Dog. No shot on the end of it. Affinity Sapphire are willing to take their chances in overtime. Right now for Runner Goons, it's just been kind of a slow start. They have not really been able to react all that well to Affinity Sapphire. And although Affinity Sapphire have not scored that much, we better hope that this game is a warm-up for both these teams, because if it isn't, this is going to be a very quick series for whoever is warming up, because they're going to look very, very good in these future matchups. The Sapphire, this team definitely has a lot better to their name. The Goons, though, we have not seen them yet this season. They still, I think, have a lot to prove here as Patty able to get that pass down to Allen. Dog with room to work with, and 2 players in front. Allen will jump early. Sharky will go to the back wall for Affinity. Office Walrus not able to get the shot. Allen will be there to block. And the Goons trying to get themselves on the end of this. Dog off the back wall. Awkward in front. Nobody has it! And Dog will score. Game 1 will go to Affinity Sapphire. The Goons panicked under pressure. And it's Dog who will be the recipient of it. 1 game to Affinity Sapphire. Has been a slow start for this team, but at the very least, the game is theirs. And, well, if they do continue to improve, as they often do in these matchups, Runner Goons are going to be in here for a rude awakening. Great start so far, Affinity Sapphire, with game number 1. series still has a lot more left in it. The Goons, again, still looking for their first win of the season. Their previous losses for the Goons have been to Hunter X Dawn, who are fighting for that spot, with Wet Jets, who are one of the top teams here, and Evil Bravado, another top team. So for the Goons, their schedule has not been easy, that's for sure. They've had to play up against some of the best teams in their group and just in the league in general. It does feel like this is a great time for the Goons to really show what they have. Sapphire, you start off with game 1. They're going to need a little bit more, obviously, to feel comfortable in that game. It'd go to OT. For Affinity Sapphire, again, I think they're going to be hoping that game 1 was a warm-up game and not how the rest of the series is going to look for them. Because if so, it is going to be a tremendously difficult accomplishment for them to take this matchup. And again, not only does this match dictate not only their ATS rankings, but will definitely have an effect in their RLSS matchup against Team A.N.D. right after this. Team A.N.D, a much tougher team on paper. They are also in our Apex Cup division, and they're a team that's right now sitting in the playoffs, in a playoff spot. Affinity Sapphire really do need to come into this series with momentum, with confidence, and well, if they do, like they do with this goal, then maybe A&D is not so tough of an accomplishment for them. Allen, unable to get that flip reset. Affinity Sapphire with another clear. Office Walrus keeps it airborne, and Patty will be waiting for it. Again, the Goons feeling a bit slow at this point, feeling a bit sluggish. Affinity Sapphire picking up the pressure. And if they're able to do this, that's where the issues do come to the Goons here. This team needs to be able to play with Affinity Sapphire, and you're just seeing that they are having issues doing so. Affinity, again, playing faster, playing more aggressive. They really only needed one game to get used to this, and now here come the goals. One for Hugh Dog, and Affinity Sapphire continuing to just put themselves up. And they're going to be here for 2 matches out of our 3 this evening. Those 2 goals, a huge improvement over what we saw in game number 1, where they had such a slow start on offense. This is anything but a slow start. This is incredibly impressive. A huge turnaround for Affinity. All they need to do is to make sure that they can do this consistently as Sharky. U-Dog. Allen will win the challenge, but Affinity Sapphire will play over-aggressive. Up by 2 at this point. All about making sure they don't give chances away here, but the Goons will take this one. Allen to Patty! And that's going to be tucked right by the post. And the Goons still have opportunities as Allen with that flick. Not only does the flick help, the demo does too. Sharky had to get that off the respawn, and we're seeing demos being thrown into this play. And if the Goons can continue to show us that they have what it takes, if they can take advantage of these mistakes, they definitely keep themselves in this series with Affinity Sapphire. It's a start to their offense, obviously. They want to be able to create their own chances to make them themselves. But Affinity Sapphire bringing them down quickly, and a lot of these touches from Affinity Sapphire are very, very high. Forcing the Goons to use boost, forcing them to make their way there. And again, they're just a slower team right now, the Goons, and that aerial game is the one that they don't look all that confident in. This is a much more ground-based team here in the Goons. And Allen and Patty both pretty solid 1v1 players, if I remember. Sapphire, much more, again, aerial-based side. A lot of what they're going to be excelling in is making sure they get that ball up in the air. That's where they feel comfortable. That's where players like Hugh Dog feel really comfortable. Right now, he's being chased away, and he's got to get back to this one. A flip reset from Killer, but no shot on the end of it. The Goons will still attack, but they have played a bit over-aggressive, and Affinity Sapphire closing in as demos through. Allen with the block. And inside those final 2 minutes, and at this point for the Goons, just trying to create something. But Affinity Sapphire back the other way, 2v1 chance Killer. Great early challenge, recognizes that he can't wait on the ground for that play. The risk of being demoed, definitely a possibility there for Killer. And that's going to be why he jumps so early, why he gets that block, why the Goons themselves are still only 1 goal behind. Affinity Sapphire playing the clock expertly well, but maybe not playing the defense so well. Sharky does get the demo. Almost demoed in return by Patty, but Hugh-Dog again in the air where he likes to be. Look for the bump on one. Allen will be there. The Goons will avoid that chance created by Hugh-Dog. We'll get back as well for defense. Hugh-Dog really in the middle of all the plays right now for Affinity Sapphire. Get a challenge there to go out, but he doesn't win the challenge there. And Allen will answer. The Goons en route to trying to make that comeback. A beautiful shot from Allen, too, right under the bar. And what we're seeing from these sides, Affinity Sapphire have not been able to score in a while. Their offense needs to show up now by the end of this game, or else we may see another OT, or we may just see the Goons go on and take this one. Infield pass, going across Patty. Not there in time. But Affinity definitely scared now. As Sharky out for Hugh-Dog, demoed by Killer. Patty again, no boost in the tank. Office Walrus will turn on this one. Again, Affinity Sapphire, the only team from Affinity Roar to be playing in our Apex Cup. Definitely trying to make this org proud, but so far this season, they've had a difficult time. As Sharky turning on this quickly, won't be able to put it on target, but still the offense comes, and Hugh-Dog will put it in! Huge challenge from Hugh-Dog, and that is a huge risk too. Simply put, if he loses this challenge, the Goons are going to score, they'll take the game. It's a risk from Hugh-Dog to go for it, but he takes the risk, knows he has the win. And Affinity Sapphire leading by 1 late in game 2. Another incredible end. Affinity Sapphire just need to hold on a little bit longer, and Killer will keep it up, but Sharky looking to end this one. Pinched away by the Goons, but nobody upfield. That's game 2 for Affinity Sapphire. Only 1 game away from winning this series, from keeping the Goons away from winning at all this season. Affinity Sapphire, while their offense has had its issues, they have been the much more well-rounded team. It just feels like the Goons just a lot slower right now as a unit. Just feels like they're not ready to take on Affinity Sapphire. Unfortunate thing to say to the Goons is a very good roster, but we'll see how this works here, because Affinity Sapphire only 1 away from getting a sweep. Need to get themselves off to a good start to do that. We've seen the Goons, Allen specifically. Another aerial play. He's gone for a flip reset here again. He's gone for it every single time he's gone up into the air. Allen always searching for those flip resets. And just trying to keep Affinity Sapphire back. He's not been all that threatening when he does use it. Well, again, the Goons have done well to keep it close. Affinity Sapphire has definitely been the much more threatening side. But right now, they haven't been able to get up to offense. Hugh-Dog. Great challenge from Allen, who will follow this into the corner. It will be pinched out. Patty's going to win this one, and he picks the top right corner. Do not count 100x35 Esports out. Will score here with Patty. This is a great beat there, and we'll see if Affinity Sapphire can find any sort of answer. Allen. It up high, Office Walrus. Leaving it for Killer. Hugh-Dog. Patty could definitely get on the end of his shot, but Sharky with a huge pinch. And is that going on? It is on target. Oh no, it's just slightly off, but Allen definitely didn't know that. And Affinity Sapphire just trying to get that ball away at this point. Hugh-Dog, the most aggressive player for this team oftentimes for Affinity Sapphire. He's definitely one to not be afraid to just go for it. Oh, but Office Walrus does not play that well. Hugh-Dog demoed. Office Walrus doesn't get the clear, but Sharky saves his team with that challenge. Just going in, sacrificing any sort of good positioning just to keep that ball away. He knows the Goons, if they lead by 2, this is going to be a much tougher matchup, but they almost do there. Office Walrus all into action. And Affinity Sapphire need to get this one out. Hugh-Dog, dribble, already round 2. Now looking just to get around Patty. His touch is a bit too heavy. Sharky will still be there. Killer. U-Dog calling off Office Walrus. Affinity Sapphire just trying to slow this game down. The Goons really utilizing that 1v1 ability, and just look at the connections they're making. As Patty finds Alan and the Goons just find more space. It's a perfect pass down the field, and this is the kind of Goons that we have not seen this series. This is the kind of Goons that we haven't seen really all this season. This is the kind of Goons that can be a top-tier team. It just is they have not been consistent enough at this way, but here in Game 3, they're really putting the pressure on Affinity Sapphire. This is a Goon squad that's so much more confident. And it's the kind of confidence that you don't see from this team very often. But credit to them, they're making it count as they'll look for another one. Killer just wide. That's one still being put in midfield. Killer will go again, and that's going to be number 3. Oh, what a save from Office Walrus off the crossbar. And the Goons still search, but look at this. Alan, bang, top right corner again. 100x Goons taking full possession of Game 3. And this is leaving nothing to be desired from the Goons. All we need to ask is, where was this before in this series? The Goons, maybe consistency is their major issue, because how they're playing right now is definitely how a top-tier team in the Apex Cup plays. They're so much more consistent, so much better. It all seems to come from that early goal. Goons can play it this way for more of their matches. We'd be seeing them leading this league a lot more, but Affinity Sapphire do put one back. Does come courtesy of Office Walrus. And the Goons, they can't be too confident here. There's still a lot more of this game to play. As our Ascend Tournament Series Apex Cup S2, sponsored by Team Evo, continues. There's Patty. In midfield, Alan. Popped up high, Killer to the back wall, second touch, but he not able to get the teammates' help there. Goons being demoed out of the way as U-Dog now. 1-on-2, hook shot. Great early challenge there. The Goons, again, just playing so much better than they have in their previous games. Alan, off the ceiling, second touch, looking for a third. Won't be able to meet it, but let's see Office Walrus jump. Now Killer. Not able to fool U-Dog, and he'll inch this one away. Ammo on 1, but the 100 Goons still have it. Office Walrus. Oh, what a demo. U-Dog jumping into this one, and double commit for Affinity Sapphire, just trying to get that ball out. That's going to cost them dearly. U-Dog will block that one. And as time is running low, the Goons just hold the ball even more. A definite improvement here in Game 3. And Sharky just trying to find any goal. That one, it's going to find its way. Alan will be there. U-Dog slots this one past Killer. 40 seconds remain. Affinity Sapphire poised to take a free goal comeback. All they need is one more. This has been anything but an easy series for them. As Killer, Alan, it's open, it's in, the Goons score again. Office Walrus just shot that straight into Killer too. Just trying to find Sharky, played the risk when he had so much time to work with. Would have liked to see him not go for that instead of waited, let that fall to his front bumper instead. Could have played the fake, but instead he took the risk, trying to play a lot faster. I mean, time is definitely not in the favor of Affinity Sapphire right now. It's even worse now that they're down by 2. It's Alan. Definitely a huge player that stepped up this game. Killer specifically, I think, is a player that you gotta mention as a even bigger step up. A.N.D. Sapphire have not been able to handle that pressure so well. 100 Goons have definitely improved. Their gameplay has spiked here in Game 3. And we still got a little bit more in this series. Affinity Sapphire will not see this one end in a sweep. 100x Goons still giving them a battle. And we'll be heading off to game number 4 shortly here, as Affinity Sapphire still have a great chance to just end this matchup. But it has, again, been anything but consistent from these teams. Anything but consistent from the Goons themselves. They've been on and off this series. And unless they can prove that this gameplay in this game can be repeated, they are going to have a difficult time. But for now, we do head to game number 4. Again, this is a week 4 matchup. Week 4 out of 7. These teams. All we need to see is more of what we know they can do. And 100x Goons do that game 3 playstyle all over again. Do Affinity Sapphire pull things back to normality, at least for them and their gameplay? Well, already not off to a good start there. Patty will throw that on. Great save from Office Wallace as he pre-jumps the shot. Affinity Sapphire not starting off game 4 all that confidently. It feels like they're overall a bit lackluster in their gameplay. It feels a bit slow from Affinity right now. I mean, to be fair, after how game 3 went, you can't blame them. They may be second-guessing themselves a little bit more. It's definitely not, that game 3 was definitely not one that they should feel at all confident in, but we want to see that confidence from Affinity Sapphire here. Of any game suit, it has to be this one. We've already seen one reverse sweep today. Affinity Sapphire do not want to have one themselves. As Sharky, blocked by Alan, killer. Great tap around, he'll have one to beat in Hugh Dog, but Hugh Dog playing consistently. Affinity Sapphire just looking to play controlled here, but they have overcommitted. They've overturned the defense, and this is where the Goons can really make play work. They can really show what they did last game and do it all over again. Affinity Sapphire definitely a bit panicked right now here in this game. They do not want to play defense. The Goons forcing them to play that way. Hugh Dog, though, good first catch, will have a dribble. Not very well positioned from the Goons. They were both hugging that same post, and definitely gave Hugh Dog the opportunity to shoot that one, but could not angle it correctly. Sapphire will have to start anew. Hugh Dog again. This one being quickly sent on. It will be kept out by Killer. As in the midfield is Office Walrus. Patty. Sharky. Does he have more under this? Sharky will leave this one for Hugh Dog. And the Goons just waiting at this point. It's like a brick wall on defense, but finally they crack, and it's open for Hugh Dog. With a sixth sense as well, Hugh Dog, he knew that play was open for him. And just look at the confident positioning he has. He expects that play to work for Office Walrus. And when it does, he's there to score. Affinity Sapphire do take the first goal of this game, and with what we've seen from the Goons, that is all but certainly going to make things a whole lot tougher for them and really limit their confidence, limit their ability to play the way that we've seen them do last game. And the reason they played the way they did last game, a lot of it owes them being the first one to score. Affinity Sapphire trying to keep things close here as Hugh Dog. Alan, not the great touch there, and Hugh Dog can make this too. Stopped by Patty. And Alan has full boost to work with, and he has probably been the scariest player for the Goons so far this series. A killer, double tap, has this one, but he won't be able to get to it in time. He ran out of boost, and Affinity Sapphire still haven't been able to get this cleared. Eventually, even on low boost, they'll be there in time. And Sharky trying to open up space. Hugh Dog's faked out by Patty. Alan playing upfield, but he won't play Enforcer. Patty going himself. He'll be the one to go for the bump. It won't connect. And Affinity will keep it. At least not for long, though. Alan again. Flip reset. What a pass! Always found Patty waiting in front of the nets. And the Goons really do connect. What a beautiful call. You knew Patty let Alan know he had that shot for free. As perfectly played. Office Walrus expected that first shot to be high. What a perfect pass. And a perfect way to answer here in Game 4 for 100x Goons. Affinity Sapphire have not been at their best this series. And the Goons offense does wake up by the end. Killer. Allen. Up again is Killer. U-Dog beat now. Allen trying to direct it to the net. Bumped into it, but he won't be able to score. A little bit of creativity there from Patty, who was the one that kind of initiated that bump. A.N.D. Sapphire still just waiting at this point. I don't know what they're waiting for, but they're waiting just to get some form of an opening. The Goons have not given them anything. Office Walrus now. U-Dog. Only one to score for A.N.D. Sapphire here in Utopia Coliseum. As Office Walrus. It's around a defender, but A.N.D. Sapphire still playing ultra defensive. And they just have not been able to get that ball out. The Goons want to make that reverse sweep. U-Dog. Patty on the end of this one. Office Walrus keeps it upfield as Affinity Sapphire looking for their chance. Office Walrus just around the post and just wide of their chance. Now another clear. Goons hitting it away, but U-Dog. Office Walrus to the back wall. Allen will be able to receive. U-Dog preventing Patty from being able to shoot, and it will give Sharky room to work with. He'll find Office Walrus, but Killer's waiting for him. Time running out. Affinity Sapphire want one more shot, but the Goons won't give it to them. U-Dog, though, that one's lobbed. It's on. It's in. U-Dog ends the series. Affinity Sapphire take it 3-1. A Hail Mary clear from U-Dog, but it goes for Affinity Sapphire. The match is over. They take it at 0 seconds. What a way to end it, too. It was a bit unorthodox for Affinity Sapphire. At any goal, they'll take it, especially with a series like this that was a lot tougher for them than I think they thought on first look. Affinity Sapphire will win this matchup and take down the Goons. So for the Goons, unfortunately, their winless record will continue in the Apex Cup. But for Affinity Sapphire, their night starting off well. Games 2. 1, a great performance, brilliant overall. A.N.D. Sapphire, you take it as 135 Goons still struggling. Really, 135 as an org is struggling. But it will be, again, Affinity Sapphire who have it. Reminder, later tonight, they will have a match against Team A.N.D. For comparison, the record that Team A.N.D. has in the Apex Cup, because they are in one of their groups, their record right now is 2-2, so not far off from Affinity Sapphire's record, as it is now for Affinity Sapphire 2-2. As we'll get to chat with U-Dog here, a win for U-Dog, and Affinity Sapphire was definitely one that maybe you won't be the happiest with your performance, but you do take down 100 Goons eventually. At the very least, you do win it. How are you feeling now, kind of getting your night off well, getting a win at the very least?
Yeah, man. I mean, it was good. I actually was just talking to the guys. I was like, game 3, I was a little frustrated just because we were getting scored on a little bit more than normal. My whole goal was just work on defense because I think we're really good on the counterattack. And yeah, so I just kind of got onto the guys a little bit and said we need to make sure we don't go to game 5 in this. And we ended up pulling something out there. So I'm happy, but we got one more to go, obviously. So focused on that now.
Still a lot more to go, but for you guys in the Apex Cup fighting for that playoff spot, I mean, this game, that win's going to give you a big push to it here. But still, you're not fully confirmed, but wins like those are definitely going to help your team out. And, you know, how does it feel to know that you're at the very least are setting yourselves up for success, for playoff opportunities?
Yeah, absolutely. I think 100X they're a solid team. I also knew like the previous team from playing them in the RLSF playoffs. We kind of were familiar with some of the guys that were on the team already, but I think in general, there are a couple new guys, but honestly, no different. They're just as good as the other guys that were on there previously. So yeah, it feels good. A little bit more confidence. I know that we're not confirmed in playoffs yet, but I know if we had a game 5, it really would have hurt us for playoff contention. So I'm glad we were able to pull out a 3-1. So
Yeah, you do take down the Goons, obviously. You got future matchups to go, but I don't want to keep you for too long because you got to play against Team A.N.D. in just about 30 minutes from now. So, what are you guys' plans kind of going up against a Team A.N.D. side that is going to be much tougher, at least on paper?
yeah, I know they're 1-0, so that's really what we go off of. I've never played any of the guys on Team A&D, so I think it'll be just a new couple of players to fight. But don't know much about them, and I think that can come at our advantage just to go in and play our game and, hopefully pull out another dub tonight. So the whole goal is to go 2-0 today. So I know the guys are feeling the same exact way. So super excited.
As you said, you guys are excited to take those wins. And congratulations on your win, Hugh Dog. Before you leave, any quick shoutouts you want to say? Any quick messages you want to say out there before you guys
Oh,
get
yeah.
your match against Team A&D?
Yeah, shout out all the Affinity guys. Shout out my mom. Every time I scored, I could hear her screaming upstairs. So that was pretty funny. And then shout out Avery and Cameron. I think they're in here. So appreciate you guys.
Yeah, thank you so much for joining, Hugh Dog. Good luck against Team A&D. I don't want to keep you for too long, so go to your team, prepare for that next match because we'll be streaming that very soon.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Sporty.
Now, Hugh Dog there. We might be able to see him again later tonight because, again, that next match, Affinity Sapphire versus Team A&D. So, again, our action tonight moves to the Rocket League Splash Series, the Surge Cup. You mentioned A&D extra 1-0. They're actually 0-0. They have not played a match yet this season, but what we can compare them to is their current results in the Apex Cup. They're 2-2 there. So, the record there is definitely nothing to scoff at, and I mean, what we know from these teams, they're very, very good. A&D, though, a much tougher matchup for for Affinity Sapphire here, but again, we'll be going to that match very, very soon. For now, though, we'll go to a break. When we come back, it's Affinity Sapphire, Team A&D, and RLSS action. We move to the Rocket League Splash Series here on the Sportiest stream. Affinity, Sapphire do return, but against a much tougher matchup. Team A.N.D on the other side. So these matches do get tougher here tonight, as we'll see here. This is again Affinity Sapphire, who just came off a 3-1 win over 100 Goons. Now they take on Team A.N.D. And then to end off tonight, again, we'll have KCG Pandas versus Team Evo Fatal in the Tsunami Cup. But again, earlier today, if you guys didn't see, we had probably what was the best matches of all week. Next, New Chaos, Team Evo Thunder going to Game 5, reverse sweep win for Team Evo. Again, our matchup here, Affinity Sapphire, fresh off their win over the Goons, now taking on Team A.N.D, a much tougher matchup. But we'll see what these teams have in store. Team A.N.D have not played yet this season, even though Hugh mentioned that they are 1-0. They're not. They're actually 0-0. They did not get a win in Week 1. They actually haven't even played their match in Week 1, just due to the complications with what team they were playing. Originally, they were given a forfeit win, but I think there's been a team that has replaced that team, so we'll actually be playing that match later this season. Affinity Sapphire, though, they did win their Week 1 match on the stream over next to New Reapers, Gray and company. We did get to see that match last week, so we've seen Affinity Sapphire before, but obviously we saw them earlier today. They did have some issues earlier today, though. They didn't look amazing as a roster. It felt like they had a lot of things to fix, but hopefully in the amount of time that we've seen from them winning over the Goons, able to kind of put things together, kind of get everything sorted out here, because it is a, this is a pretty tough match. A.N.D in our Apex Cup are 2-2, so now they're trying to get themselves off to a good start in the not the Apex Cup, the Surge Cup in the Rocket League Splash Series Season 6, sponsored by Gamers on TV, Invincible Entertainment, Lapsum Gaming, Henny Scarf King, Purchase and Resong, and Claim to Fame Entertainment. So, shoutouts to all of our sponsors. Also, again, shoutouts to Team Evo, who do sponsor our Apex Cup, what we got to see earlier today. As again, we're going towards our second match of this evening, second of 3 total. Affinity Sapphire on Team A.N.D. A.N.D with their main roster. This is a pretty scary team overall, so it'll be fun to see how they'll be performing here tonight. But all that we'll see, all the action that we have still go on here is, hey, what's going on, Sporty? Nice to see you, Pallets. What's going on? Your match is gonna be later tonight, Pallets. That's what's going on. But also, we've got Affinity Sapphire versus Team A.N.D, which should be a pretty good matchup overall. As well, just be getting into this match shortly. Prediction poll is live, so get your votes on who do you think will take this one, Affinity Sapphire or Team A.N.D. A.N.D are a much tougher team than 100x Goons. At least on paper, they're a much scarier team. Let's see how they are. But again, this is their first time in the Rocket League Splash. Their first match of the season, so much I can really say, except we just gotta wait and see how they will perform. And hopefully we'll get into our match in just a few minutes from now. And Affinity Sapphire should have the same 3 players. I would assume they have the same 3 players, although what's different about this Rocket League Splash Series roster is that they have a different sub. Arshi is their sub for RLSS, and ATS their sub is Karma, so that's the only major difference, although their starting roster is the same. Team A&D, though, their roster completely the same. Even their sub in DCOD is the same over both leagues, so they haven't any changes. Again, A&D and the Apex Cup are currently 2-2, so not having a bad time there, although they have not had an easy time either. We'll get to see how these teams will perform. Again, we're just waiting on them to let us know when they are ready. Should be a pretty good match overall, though, and this is part of our Surge Cup. Oh, you know what? I forgot to do something. I forgot to send the lobby info. I was like, I wonder why they're not joining. It's because I forgot to send them lobby info. No wonder these teams are kind of just messaged me. There we go. Now they'll be joining. No wonder they haven't joined yet. So they'll be joining in just about a minute or 2. As lobby has been made now. So Affinity Sapphire, Team A&D, just starting about a minute from now. So get ourselves into some honest. Hello. Oh, this is Mama Hughdog. Hello. Hey, I know Hughdog was mentioning his mom is watching. So shout out. Shout out to all the. Well, shout out to also all the fathers who are watching, who are out there. Happy Father's Day to everyone. Hopefully you all are. Hopefully everybody who is a father out there is doing well today. I'm not a father, so no shoutouts to me, but shoutouts to all of you. Again, it's Happy Father's Day. here this Sunday, June 16th, 2024. As A&D have joined in with Decod, Ducky, Yugi, and Bucky. All 4 players have joined in. Get this underway. I'm just gonna wait to see when A&D are here. As here comes Dog, Office Wallace, and Sharky. So Affinity Sapphire also in this lobby. As again, a good match here. Team A&D looking at their RLSS Surge Cup run started nicely for Affinity Sapphire, though. Their last match against X New Reapers. This is, I think, again, probably what is considered another pretty scary match on paper. Another team that you really want to be able to beat if you want to be able to take the Surge Cup in its entirety. I'm just getting this match sorted out here for you all quickly. Affinity Sapphire, Team A.N.D. And you only have a few minutes left to get your votes in, so let me know. So let us all know, I guess, where you're voting. Pretty hotly contested one. This is a lot more even than our last series, so Affinity Sapphire is not going to be nearly as easy for them. Again, we are just waiting on answers. I'm right now, though, our major concern is actually one of these teams that brought a sub in. The Spectate A&D has brought their sub in. I don't know if actually they're supposed to have their sub here or not. So we're quickly trying to confirm if they're allowed to have their sub in this match or not. As we are getting the confirmation, that's okay for them. So yes, they are allowed to be here. So we'll get into our best of 5, our second match of the evening. Affinity Sapphire versus Team A&D. A&D on the orange here, replacing what was 100x Goons the match before, but Affinity Sapphire still in the blue. They are 1-0 right now in the Surge Cup, but into week number 2. Looking to make that 2-0 for Team A&D, though. Their first match of the season, and going to be quite an important one here. Affinity Sapphire and A&D, both teams that, I don't know what the expectations are for these teams, but at least from what I've known from these rosters, a lot of these teams definitely expect highly of themselves, especially Sapphire, who were here last season and made a decent playoff run, but both these teams definitely are teams that you would, if on face value, look and say you need to beat them and be able to beat them if you want to be one of those top teams contending in the Surge Cup. As I do notice, Decod actually is playing in this matchup, so Bucky not playing tonight here, at least not playing now for Team A&D. As Ducky also definitely involved here as well, who we've seen on the stream a couple times, but in Team A&D is most recent home. He's gone under a couple names. I know he's gone by Cerberus before. Overall, Team A&D trying to get the offense going here. It's as they will hold that midfield. Affinity Sapphire, again, even though that last series may not have shown it, definitely a pretty defensive team overall, and that defense is not holding on easily. Yugi's shot just a little wide. By the way, Yugi, you'll recognize that name. That is actually El Itachi, who we've seen on the stream. He's just under a different name. He's rebranded to Yugi. And it's still Itachi, though. Still that same player, though. And overall, for Team A&D, again, they're going to have a much more aggressive style, too. Affinity Sapphire is much more defensive. Again, A&D is a much tougher team as well here for Affinity Sapphire to counter, but Team A&D will break out again here as Yugi finding Ducky. That one, he easily kept away by Dog, and Affinity Sapphire, they're not afraid to play defensively, though. That's kind of their game plan. They're much more, as you know, we heard from Dog. They're much more counterattack every side, but they haven't been able to make those counterattacks. Decod will put it in, and A&D will score first in the matchup. As Ducky catching the corner here, and Office Walrus catching himself with no boost. Team A&D will take that first goal as Affinity Sapphire not able to break out like they want to. Again, they're so counterattack heavy, but they don't have the boost to make those counterattacks right now. Team A&D stunting the growth of Affinity Sapphire in this series. Will be the ones to score first, but Affinity looking for a quick rebound. Decod, though, dunked by Sharky. Yugi will be up to it next as that clear will go outwards. Yugi, flip reset. Not on target, but it does set up D-Cod, and A&D can still score. Ducky, stopped by Affinity Sapphire on the midfield. He'll have to try again, but no shot there. Team A&D just playing smart offense right now, playing smart Rocket League here, just holding the midfield. Unlike Hunter X Goons, who felt like they were reaching, playing a lot more aggressively, playing a lot more into the hands of Affinity Sapphire's playstyle. Team A&D are playing not that way. They're definitely playing counter to it here, where it's a much more midfield-based gameplay, just holding the ball. And really, they're taking the boost from Affinity Sapphire, which is slowing their attacks down. And for Affinity, still have not really been able to break out. Office Walrus, beat there as D-Cod looking to make this 2. He'll go off the crossbar, and we will see this one out. A second touch as well. Yugi keeps this one. Great flick up high. No outplay detected. Team A&D need to keep control. D-Cod. U-Dog waiting under it. Yugi, no shot there. Sharky will clear this one away. Team A&D keeping the ball close, although Affinity Sapphire again just relying so heavily on these big clears, and at this point late in the game they really kind of have to. There's not many opportunities left here, not much time to get those opportunities. Team A&D forcing Affinity Sapphire to play a very clear every game, and it's just not working. D-God's got his second, and Team A&D really running away with this at this point. D-God, who again was this is the start of the season as their sub, definitely showing up when they need to. Team A&D will take a 2-0 lead as Ducky now. D-Cod will try to keep this one close. Team A&D struggling on that goal line. They've got to be careful here because Affinity Sapphire, specifically U-Dog, will challenge upfield. We've seen U-Dog is a relatively fearless player when it comes to offense. He's ultra aggressive. And if you aren't playing carefully, he will become a huge pain for a lot of teams to deal with. But again, so far, being on low boost has not been helpful for him. He'll be able to sit by, pick up the boost in the corner. Actually, that's going to allow him to get a clear here. Looking for one is U-Dog, but out by Yugi. Team A&D will keep this one away. This time winding down. Ducky will get another clear. Team A&D holding the shutout. In game number 1, Affinity Sapphire cannot seem to break out. Infield, Yugi leaving it. D-Cod looking for his third, but Team A&D won't get it. They won't need to get it, though. Game 1 will end, and it's a shutout win for Team A&D. And it is 2-0. Team A&D playing the midfield game right now. And Affinity Sapphire's, again, aggressive, defensive style with a counterattack aggressive. It really doesn't work when a team is playing the midfield like A&D is. A&D just playing a whole lot better right now. Should be feeling pretty confident. They look relatively in control. As this series progresses, Team A&D will look to take more games. And this is their first match of the season. So coming out of the season with a huge start, especially against a team like Affinity Sapphire, where we know that this team stands. It's going to be a huge point of contention for Team A&D. See if they can make this at least good start in this series become even better. Now though, Yugi off the ceiling will be able to at least get the offense going for Team A&D. But not much made there, and it is an overcommit. Sharky's got an open goal. He'll look for the net, got the 50 on Yugi, and he'll force it in. Affinity Sapphire catching Team A&D, throwing themselves upfield a little too far with that challenge, and well, Yugi won't be able to get back in time. Ducky is going to feel a little bit unhappy. He was the one who overcommitted there, but Affinity Sapphire have taken their first goal of the series here in Game 2. That is a good step up, as again I mentioned this match expects to be close. Ducky will answer though, right off the kickoff. Team A&D wasting no time. Affinity Sapphire, unfortunately, can't do much about that one, as Ducky will beat the last defender. Team A&D will tie it up at 1. Affinity Sapphire, they did get themselves in that lead early on. It won't hold for very long. Team A&D again need to rely on that midfield, but right now they're not really relying on much of anything. What on earth happened there? Oh, it's a huge play from D-God where he really doesn't have any reason to challenge there. Yugi had such an easy play to make. I have no clue why D-God went for that. Why he felt the need to go for that. Yugi was in his path of sight and had a much better look at it. Huge miscommunication with Team A&D. And Affinity Sapphire will take that one as my headset's making noise. It's not happy with me right now, but Affinity Sapphire will be pretty happy here as... Let me quickly see if I can fix my headset. While we do that, Team A&D will look to try to even up the scoreline. D-Cod. Dunk on Hugh-Dog. Team A&D just trying to get upfield, but I felt like last game they relied a lot on the shooting of D-Cod. They're going to do a little bit more to prove that they deserve to really run away with this series. Maybe those demos will help them. Ducky and Yugi both getting them. Sharky trying to find the shot. Saved by D-Cod. Ducky not able to break through, and Team A&D looks like a relatively relaxed playstyle, even with them being down by a goal. It's good mentality in a series like this, although definitely can't feel totally comfortable. I mean, they have been prone to overcommitting. But they still seem like they're prone to overcommitting, even as we get further in this game, as that's a good shot! Office Walrus bouncing it in! And it's Office Walrus again who will score as Juicy Breaking Chat saying the headset's rooting for Affinity. Against Affinity. Maybe it is. I don't know. I'm gonna take the charger out for now. It's the charger that's making that sound. It makes that sound whenever it's not happy with where it's been positioned. So it just means I have to rework it a little bit. I'll do that at the end of this game. And here is Team A&D looking to add a few shots here. They just haven't been as aggressive, but Yugi! Well, they make me eat my words. Team A&D have taken one back. And as we're halfway through this game, it's been 5 goals scored from both these sides. Team A&D have put that in, and it's still a close match. Headset doesn't want to be charged. That's not why it makes that sound. It's the sound comes when the cord gets tugged. So this means the cord's not knotted up, and I have to fix that. So I'll have to do that soon here. But now Team A&D, 1 goal away from tying this. Yugi! Oh, I almost got over Hugh-Dog there. Ducky now. Oh, I had to get that one through, but not by Hugh-Dog. Yugi again. Offers Walrus rift, but so did his teammate there, and Team A&D just not able to get those shots, although they are threatening them. Feels like we need a little bit more from Team A&D, and well, a little bit more might be a little bit more defense. Where was the teammates of D-Cod there? Yugi and Ducky took forever to get back, and by the time they did, that one's already in. Affinity Sapphire with a 2-goal lead, and D-Cod's probably going to be very frustrated at the fact that both Ducky and Yugi are just out in no man's land. That is, the rotations of Team A&D have not been impressing me this series. I don't think they've been impressing Team A&D either. This game has really been a rotational giveaway here for Team A&D as another big mistake. A double commit. D-Cod again taking it away from Yugi. This time he may have actually had a point to take it though. This Team A&D will keep the ball. Yugi to Ducky. That one just off the post, but D-Cod will come in and keep the offense going. Ducky now to the back wall. Office Walrus won't have it, but Yugi's touch is far and away from that net. Hugh-Dog will be beaten by Ducky. D-Cod's already up. Look at him making another. That one double commit. It's open for Yugi. Oh, he needed to do better on that shot. Office Walrus will save. Now he'll get the block on Ducky. And Team A&D, what was a bad start in this game, their offense has not been able to close down that gap. Affinity Sapphire, their defense really is showing us what they can do, but that's a beat for Ducky. 55 seconds remain, and Team A&D, they have won enough of these challenges to keep it close. Affinity Sapphire have not been perfect on defense. And 55 seconds remain. Team A&D can definitely close this one down, but that touch straight to Hugh-Dog. D-Cod. Oh, what a clear that one. Powerful Ducky. Not able to get on the end of it. He still looked a challenge here, but we'll have to leave Yugi, who will be the one to call this. Now Ducky has the beats! He's got an overall free! Team A&D! What a response at the end of this game! 36 seconds remain, and Ducky leaves nobody to stop it! Team A&D looking to take a 2-0 series lead. Still enough time in regulation that we may see one more goal. Mini Sapphire, no stranger to late game screamers. We saw last series end in a 0-second goal, with them taking down the Goons in Game 4. I'm sure they'd love to do that again here against a much tougher opponent in Team A&D, but Yugi wins that challenge. Hugh-Dog will be controlling this one, but his flick only so far. Redirected by Ducky, up above the crossbar. Yugi now. Big pinch will go away. Ducky on it, but he won't be able to shoot in time. And it will be a 4-4 scoreline going into OT here in game number 2. Affinity Sapphire ending it off the corner. Double tap! Saved by Office Walrus. Sorry, saved by Yugi. Office Walrus with a shot. Affinity Sapphire coming out hot here in the overtime. They know this game is one they gotta take, but A&D not looking to take it that way! Yugi slides it under the last defender, and 22 seconds in the overtime, it ends. Team A&D will take it. As Yugi finishes it off, the passing plays connect for Team A&D from defense to offense. They lead 2-0 in the series. Affinity Sapphire's night may not end as positively as their last series did. Really a lot of pressure here on Affinity to pick up the pace. But for now, what a great performance for Team A&D. Still, one more game is needed, but know this team's capabilities here. At least we've seen them so far this series do some pretty incredible stuff. Game 3 up next, and this series may not be around for very long here. Team A&D looking to end this in a 3-0 sweep. Definitely have made their claim that it's very possible. Now they just need to complete it. We go to Game 3, Team A&D, a chance to sweep Affinity Sapphire. Gotta be able to prove themselves, and no easy thing to do, especially with how Affinity Sapphire have been able to play, but so have A&D. All these teams have been so good, but that's a bad pass in front. An errant touch from A&D, and Affinity Sapphire were all over it. As D-Cod, he's got to do a little better than that. He's completely failed to mask that play. It allows Sharky just to kind of sit there. He knows what's coming. He knows A&D are going to try it. Team A&D down by 1 early in this game. Need Sapphire. At least a goal that they can work with, but Team A&D have already proven themselves quite worthy of really coming back of anything in this series. As Ducky do commit here for A&D, and Sharky's got the dribble. Hugh-Dog up as well, looking for the bump on D-Cod. Great fake from Sharky, but it will be cleared off the line by Yugi. And Team A&D will survive that play on defense. A risky play to keep one back. I mean, A&D's not surprised though, because they have been always sending 2 players upfield at all times. And rarely have they ever been countered by that. Although they do want to play at least a little bit carefully. It's a good infield pass, D-Cod. Not able to make much of it, but Yugi will help him out. He'll send it to D-Cod, saved by Office Walrus, who recognized that was very likely going to be on target. Team A&D still have this one, though, and gonna keep playing with it. But Sharky, with the sidewall pinch, gonna set up a play in front. Yugi's first touch, not very good, but he does dunk off his walrus to prevent the shot. And Team A&D will try again upfield. Stopped by Dog. Decod, though. Team A&D will stay under this as Yugi. No boost in the tank, just has to give this one away. What a big mistake. Dog looking to get the bump on Ducky. And if he did, that would have been in, but now the other way. Office Walrus up. And he will be there to block. Yugi now. Missed it completely. And Team A&D have to go all the way to defense. Affinity Sapphire. It's their chance to score. As Sharky not able to overpower Bucky's challenge. So Dog just gonna get the fake instead. Now he'll ground pinch. Decod will be there. A&D not fooled by that play on defense. As searching for the midfield. Will be kept away here as Yugi. To the back wall. Double tap available. Not connected. Office Walrus. Now it's his chance to dribble. Fake. Yugi will block. Panic for Team A&D, but Decod doing so well to slow that play down. And while it is still Affinity Sapphire's ball, I won't see an A&D side that's nearly as flustered. Decod. Inched off of Dog. Sharky. Yugi not able to beat him easily as that one to the corner. Ducky again. And Team A&D just trying to play this controlled as Yugi. Good flick, one left. Gets the demo, and it's open for Decod. Team A&D have answered back, and this game is tied. The demo from Yugi. Decod with an open net. It all works for Team A&D. And as this game is getting closer and closer to its ending, Team A&D are making a real claim that this series should end with it. Affinity Sapphire have had a good performance, have kept it close, but they've not been able to really lead this series. Team A&D are making sure they know that here as Yugi. Dribble, stopped by Dog as Ducky now in midair. He'll look for a net, blocked by Office Walrus, but it's last thing in front. Decod in front. Office Walrus awkward, but Ducky not on a great angle. He can't shoot that one. Instead, we'll gotta search instead to keep this offense, get the midfield, steal the boost, keep A&D in pressure. Now he'll shoot. This one saved by Dog, but he does get the dunk. Office Walrus up, dunked by Decod. It will bounce in front dangerously. Affinity Sapphire, a long sustained amount of time in front of their net. But finally they can get a chance to breathe. Yugi, though, not letting it wait for long, up the ceiling. Dog not able to read. Office Walrus not so confident either, but nobody there for A&D. It's open. It's Dog. It's Affinity Sapphire who will take it. And A&D lured in the offense. Again, just a bit too slow to challenge. And Affinity Sapphire's counterattack playstyle does find its grip. Team A&D need a late goal here to tie this up again. As Ducky, Decod, team pinch. Office Walrus. All he's trying to do is slow that play down, but instead he's giving it up to Yugi. Ducky again. Off the ceiling. It's Office Walrus. It's Yugi to wait under this one. That touch not going to do all that much work, and either will that for the team as, again, my headset's not having a good time. And Sharky again, he'll save that one and then put it in. Little pop for Sharky, and that should secure game 3. Affinity Sapphire prolonging the series, like how the Goons did the series before. Sharky able to put this game to rest. The series still well and truly away from really being on Affinity Sapphire chance to take it. But credit where credit's due. A much better performance this game, really. We're able to take things on early against Team A&D. And for Team A&D, they didn't play at their game plan. They didn't play the way they wanted to. And good job from Affinity Sapphire ending with that goal from Sharky again, saving his shot, then going for it. Wasting a little bit of extra time here, and we loving that kind of control that they have, at least in this game, but Still, we have a lot that we need to see, a lot left from these teams. There's still a lot more of the series to go for, as we saw them in the last series. So teams can definitely turn things around. A&D, it was not their best performance, but we know that teams can definitely improve. Definitely take on matches. We know we've seen it. We've seen reverse sweeps already today. So we go to Utopia Coliseum again. Team A&D still have that chance to take the series here. Affinity Sapphire definitely playing their best game of the series so far. As we go into game number 4, it's the same rosters for both these teams. Team A&D not out of the woods just yet. They still need to win one more game. Affinity Sapphire, they're putting the pressure on them, and Team A&D will have to be able to respond to that pressure well. Early goal could definitely do it for them here, and maybe that's what's going to set them up, because Office Walls is awkward. Yugi could shoot this one, saved by Sharky, and a little bit of help from the framework. And Team A&D will take back possession, but they gotta start from defense. And you know, Affinity Sapphire will challenge early Office Walvis. But U-Dog trying to get that bump, but not able to connect. And Affinity Sapphire will have to try for an old-fashioned infield pass instead, which itself gets cut out, as Team A&D will quickly transition to the other side of the field. Ducky. Ducky there behind him as a awkward pinball touch. Yugi is in the right position, though. He'll like this one, but very easily that could have become a much scarier chance as Ducky now gets the bump. Decod. A little awkward in front of the net here for Affinity Sapphire as Team A&D just looking to slow this one down. An infield play. Hudog's got nothing. It's saved away by Office Walrus as Decod has again continued to put on shots. Yugi now. Decod can jump for this one, but Affinity Sapphire doing so well to cut out so many of these passes. Has slowed down Team A&D's progression on offense, and this, again, has been a huge factor into keeping these matches so close. Team A&D have been no strangers to the infield passing playstyle. Affinity Sapphire have been very good at countering it. But you know, Team A&D can, if they keep this offense, they know they can get goals at some point. You know that they can do it. It's a team that, you know, with all the pressure they have, they will find ways to beat you. Affinity Sapphire can't play this way forever. They've got to break up the field, but as the shots keep falling through, Team A&D trying to inch their ways closer. Decod, Ducky saved away. Yugi with no boost. Gonna send it to himself, does get the bump on that defender. But Affinity Sapphire simply just waiting for that play to come to them. As a whip from Yugi, it's open! Decod will be there to block. Team A&D saving themselves a lot of headache. We move halfway through this game, still no goals. And neither side willing to push aggressively to do it. Affinity Sapphire, though, do hold the offense right now. They're the ones trying to step in front, but free touch in front, getting kept away. Team A&D stopping the passes like Affinity Sapphire have already this series. Team A&D get some good offense. Decod, it's open for him, but U-Dog will cut across. Decod knew he was trying to shoot back post. U-Dog wisely slowing himself down, letting the actually opening the front post a little bit, but covering the back post a little bit better. Team A&D will search again. Yugi cleared back. Decod. Darky, not the that you wanted, but it will set up U-Dog, but it does go straight to Ducky. Office Walrus already up, and this battle's still scoreless here in Game 4. You feel like whoever scores here will be the ones to win it. It only feels like it's going to be a game where there's only going to be one goal scored at this point. Team A&D want to be the ones to do it to end the series, but U-Dog will clear it back. Yugi wasting no time to send it the other way. Well, Affinity Sapphire did take that challenge. They still don't have the ball. Team A&D, eventually they'll be able to get some form of a breakthrough, and Yugi looking for it. Not able to get the bump on Office Walrus, though, and Decod's going to have to jump in and help out. As awkward in front, Demo as well, it's open for Ducky! And he'll get it through! Sharky tried, but he could not get more than a small touch on it. Team A&D take the lead late in Game 4. Affinity Sapphire, the pressure only mounting here at the end of Game 4. Team A&D, 53 seconds out from their first win of the season. Sharky, dunked by D-Cod, Ducky there to help. Team A&D looking for number 2, but they really don't need it. You can tell that Yugi's not going to be playing all that aggressively anymore. A&D trust their defense. Trust their midfield control even more. Office Walrus with the clear. D-Cod there to keep Hugh Dog away from the shot, but Office Walrus can't put it on. Hugh Dog will go himself. Great first touch, but D-Cod is waiting. Affinity Sapphire just trying to play patiently, but time isn't going to let them do that so easily. Yugi looking for one more goal, but that pass is wide of the net. Office Walrus now, one-on-one with D-Cod, needs that chance, but D-Cod with a big block, Sharky keeping it alive. At 0 seconds, Affinity need to score here. Office Walrus, Ducky, not the touch he wanted. Sharky's going to be able to respond, but a dunk from Team A&D, and that will end the series. A 3-1 win now. Team A&D take down Affinity Sapphire, with the shots going 7-3. It was no surprise Team A&D would be the team more likely to take those games. A great showing on offense. As that will end our matchup. Fortunately for Affinity Sapphire, that first match against 100 Goons will not set them up well for this one. But for Team A&D, coming into this league, not being able to have that Week 1 match as they wanted. Still an impressive performance nonetheless. 4 games to end it, and well, that means we only have 1 match left here tonight. If we take a look at our schedule, it'll be from the Tsunami Cup. KCG or Krusty Crew Gaming, Pandas taking on Team Evo Fatal. Last series. Team A&D, though, have taken the win. They also won a little interview, so we'll get to chat with them for a little bit here at the end of their series as we'll prepare for KCG Pandas. Team Evo Fatal up next. Should be a very exciting matchup. As again, we'll currently though see if we can get ourselves a little interview here with Team A&D. As hello there, D-Cod, Ducky, and Yugi. 3-1 win, your first win of the season here for Team A&D, and it's gotta feel pretty good, Ducky, you know, coming into this one. By the way, if you guys don't know, that's actually Juicy Duck under a new name. Coming into this. How are you feeling there with that win? Because, I mean, you know, coming into this, you didn't have that Week 1 match that most teams had. That seems like Affinity Sapphire had. So to get the win here, it must be a good feeling.
Oh, yeah. Confidence booster. Big confidence booster for us.
Yeah.
Duck was saying there a big confidence boost. Yugi, you wanna add something to that?
I mean, we played too much in order not to be warmed up for this, so I think that puts our confidence up.
I know a lot of you guys were also watching Affinity Sapphire earlier, beating 100x Goons. Yugi, I think you were watching that as well. You know, being able to see that series, see Affinity Sapphire warm up. What was it like for you guys, kind of warming up yourselves? Because you got to see Affinity Sapphire. You know, did seeing them change your perception of this team in any way?
Oh, not at all.
Nope.
I knew we're like us personally. We're just a good team, and we can beat a lot of teams if we try. So how it is.
I honestly live under a rock. I didn't see him play. So.
Ducky wasn't there. I know Yugi was though. As D-Cod as well, also playing in this one. You know, you originally were the sub for this team, D-Cod. So what's it like being able to play today instead of Bucky? Did it feel a little nerve-wracking for you, or you know, is this something that you feel kind of normal with?
It was frustrating because I just kept on tossing, man. Bro,
I don't think you tossed D-Cod. You played pretty well, man. You had some pretty good offense. So But
We
even
got
though
confidence in Decod.
Decod doesn't have any confidence, I guess, here. Even with that win, well, and for you guys, you start off so well. In your first win of the season, you take down Affinity Sapphire. Still a ton more matches to go, though. But how's it feel playing in the Rocket League Splash Series? I think this is your first time here as a team in the Rocket League Splash Series. I know it's not Ducky's first time, though. I know it's. I think it's Yugi and Decod's first time in the
Yeah,
Rocket
it's
League Splash
definitely our
Series. So,
first time.
for you, Yugi, you know, what's it like being in this in the Rocket League Splash Series? How do you feel?
Similar to anything I could possibly name, whether it's Royalty T-Pes or other leagues. I'm just playing my game, playing well, and if we win, we win.
Well, I'm
Coming
happy to
back
hear
a
that.
second time. Coming back
Yes,
a second time.
this is Ducky's second season. He was on Damage Inc. in the past
Oh,
under the
dear.
name of Juicy Duck. I remember.
Yep.
I had your team a ton on the stream
Yeah, you
for
did.
that. So, I mean, we haven't seen you since though, Ducky. So, being able to join Team A&D is, you know, is this, you know, kind of the next big team for you? I know you obviously were on Damage in the past. That was a huge team. Is this like your next big team, your next big venture?
I think so. I just finished up my college career here. Finished with one natty, and then finished up 6th place in the nation again a second time. And college is now done. So coming up and playing with these guys, I'm looking to be on another competitive roster. And these guys are right now the competitive roster we're going with. Do be ready though. In the next few weeks, we are going to have another edition. We don't know who yet. We might have another edition. But I think this roster right now is in a great place to be competitive and compete in all the leagues we play in. We just took second in Royalty and are another top team in T-Pez. So hoping to continue that here in the RLFS.
As you said, you guys already have experience with being at the top. You guys have again a ton of people looking at you guys to do well here in the Surge Cup. A much tougher division than the Royalty Series All-Star division, just higher ranked overall. But you guys do take your first win over Affinity Sapphire here in week 2. Congrats on your win. Before you guys leave, we are going to get some shoutouts though. So let's just go and start with Decod. Is there any shoutouts you have, Decod? Anything you want to say?
Thank you for Yugi because this rat has been dragging me onto every team.
Oh Lord.
That's funny.
We'll move on to Ducky. Is there anything you want to say, Ducky?
Thank you, Grandma, for giving me this opportunity to play Rocket League, the country that I love. Thank you, Bucky, for being a handsome young buck, helping me out on my Rocket League journey. Itachi's mom, she sounds really adorable in the back of his background at times. You know, she gets me going. So that's
Okay, shut up.
thank you, everyone.
Hey, by the way, Itachi, that's also Yugi. If you guys didn't already catch me saying that
yeah.
mid-series, rebrand to Yugi. We've seen him before, but Yugi, is there anything you want to say? Any shoutouts you have?
Shoutouts to these two. You know, these like D-Cut said, I drag him everywhere, but I've been playing with him for years. Our chemistry is always there. Me and Ducky, we're new, but we still have good chemistry. Like I appreciate them for all the practice that they put in. So
You said congratulations though, Team A&D, a 3-1 win over Affinity Sapphire. We've seen you guys before. We'll probably see you guys a ton in the future, but for now, congrats on your win. Have an amazing rest of your night, and take care. Yugi, Ducky, Decod joining us there from Team A&D as we're here to update our teams and get our next series going. Thank you for the follow, Taser Z. Thank you for the follow, Taser ZRL. Welcome to Spoiler stream. As next match you can always see it's KCG Pandas. Team Evo Fatal will be our last match of the night. We'll be back with that series after this break. Hey, thank you for the raid, Taser ZRL. Thank you so much for the raid, my friend. Means so much to me. Yeah, thank you so much. How was your stream, my friend? Hopefully you are doing well. I'm assuming it's probably Rocket League related, but hopefully your stream was good. And we are back at the Splitter stream for one more Rocket League Splash Series match. Take a look at our schedule here before we talk about our final series. What we've seen today, we started, I'd say, our day very early next to New Chaos, Team Evo Thunder. Team Evo Thunder winning in a reverse sweep. And then we saw the Affinity Sapphire Gauntlet earlier tonight. Affinity Sapphire beat the 100X Goons 3-1, then lost to Team A.N.D 3-1 themselves. Now tonight we move to the Rocket League Splash Series Tsunami Cup. Once again for KCG Pandas, Team Evo Fatal. We saw Fatal in week 1 of the Splash Series, unfortunately for them. That week 1 match did not go well. They lost to Team Evo Velocity in a sweep, and it was not a very close match. For KCG Pandas, they're also 0-1. Their loss coming to Interstellar Gaming, which is another very, very good roster. Again, we'll see these rosters in action. Again, a huge performance so far from these players this season, although again 0-1 record's not great for them. Someone's going to get their first win of the season here. Team Evo Fatal, though, I think are the slight underdogs in this matchup, but KCG, part of Krusty Crew Gaming, like Krusty Dog, actually a caster in the Rocket League Splash Series. See a pretty big match here. It's KCG Pandas playing as Team Evo Fatal of Team Evo on the other side. Fatal themselves are actually doing pretty well in our Apex Cup. They are fortunately not doing so well in the Tsunami Cup, a very tough division in its own right. Prediction poll is live. Get your votes in on who you think will take this one. But for Fatal, I'm almost certain the roster's almost certainly going to be Leopard, Palace, and Krontech. Leopard himself, another caster as well that has definitely been pretty recognizable. On the other side for KCG Pandas, hits Hikari, Unfazed, Bisets, and Rendini. Players in the lobby in just a few minutes here, or what will be a best of 5 matchup to end off our night. Get this match started in just a few minutes here. Again, apologies on the delay. We're just trying to make sure I get these teams in the lobby, get things sorted out. Just give me a moment as we'll get this match underway in just a few minutes. Again, a best of 5. Go back to the caster screen, why not, for just a little bit. Again, Team Evo Fatal, one of the last teams that was added into this matchup, into the Tsunami Cup. They've got a lot they have to do, though, but now, though, a pretty exciting series on Team Evo, though. They got their support. I know KCG's got that support as well. Team Evo Fatal does, because, again, in this division, they are definitely punching up compared to the talent around them. But this is a very difficult matchup. Not one, and not a division they're going to do all that well, all that easily, and likely not all that well in, unless they can do something incredible. People don't have high expectations for this team, that's for sure. And Evo Fatal, one thing that they will do is definitely improve. Again, we're just going to get things sorted out very soon here. Again, a very scary match. Thunder's win was very good, wouldn't you say? Yes, it was risky. It was a really good match. Probably one of the best I've had in recent history. And very likely it might be the best match we'll have all day. We'll see though. This match could beat it. We will see about that. Team Evo Fatal definitely have to prove a lot of people wrong though in this series, but ECG Pandas definitely haven't had the start they wanted either. Their first week again ending in a loss to Interstellar Gaming. The new Interstellar Gaming, which is kind of fun that org has been revitalized, but again we'll and we're gonna get this match started in just about a minute or two. Our final match of the night. Again, we'll hopefully get this match started in just about a minute or two here, as these players get back in, get in the lobby and get themselves sorted out. Again, big shout outs to our sponsors once again: the Rocket League Splash Series Season 6, Gamers on TV, Investment Entertainment, Latin 7 Gaming, Handy Scarf getting merch and reselling claim to fame. Maybe getting this match started in just about a minute. As KCG Pandas actually have joined in with 4 players. All the players are available today, but someone is going to be leaving, as they'll be deciding what 3 players will play Game 1. But give us a moment here, as we'll get on KCG to choose who will start for them in this series. Again, they have all players here: Hikari, Bandini, Bisets, Unfazed, all in this lobby. They're going to decide which of those 4 players will be playing here. Team Evo Fatal do have the players I expected: Lepid, Pallets, Krontek playing here in this match tonight. While we wait on these players make their decision. In our final match tonight, shoutouts to the Tsunami Cup. We've seen so much from this division this season already, and we're only in week 2. Again, KCG standing for Krusty Crew Gaming. It's a new org. I think this is probably the first time we may have ever seen this org. They're actually getting the call. Brandini's going to leave, so Biset's Unfazed Hikari will be starting tonight for KCG. Pandas on the other side of Team Evo Fatal. Lepid, Krontek, Pallets. It's going to be a tough match for Team Evo. All matches this season are going to be tough for both these sides, though. But we do get into our best of 5. KCG Pandas on the blue. Team Evo Fatal on the orange. Here we go, our best of 5 match. Our final match of the night begins here as well. It's Team Evo Fatal who will look to get their first win, but the same can be said about KCG Pandas. Both teams did not start out week 1 well. I think Team Evo Fatal may have had the tougher match overall, taking on Team Evo Velocity. That does not really matter with both these teams playing against each other now. Team Evo Fatal definitely, again, as we said, punching up against a lot of the competition in this Tsunami Cup. The team that's at GC2, GC3 playing against a lot of GC3 SSL teams. KCG Pandas definitely not much different though. Definitely I think a slightly higher ranked roster, but not by much. As again, they're going to look to take early control, but we're already seeing a lot of slow play from the Pandas, just trying to kind of take their time in this game. But Team Evo Fatal not very happy to see that. They are definitely wanting to play a lot faster right now, a lot more aggressively. Team Evo definitely forcing the Pandas to play a lot faster than what seems to be comfortable for them here, as Pallets will go to the back wall, will be easily kept out by Unfazed. Montek, Hikari. Set's still on that goal line, but he will push up to get this clear. Lepid will get a touch on it, but I think if he left that was Pallets' to take, and Team Evo Fatal, one mistake, they will have to go back to defense here as Unfazed looking in front. Not a clear from Pallets, but Lepid will be waiting. Still KCG upfield. Hikari sent back by Pallets. Bisets does not get the touch here, and KCG Pandas will stay close in as Hikari's a little awkward. Will get the 50. Krontek to net. Everybody from the Pandas pushing up a little bit higher than they wanted to, but they will get the block, and Team Evo Fatal still attacking, but KCG holding on well. Oh, they won't have a lot of boost. They can still get these blocks. Hikari will be on the end of that one. Pallets now just trying to ceiling shot this one in. KCG Pandas struggling on defense. Hikari doesn't get it. It will be cleared away. Pallets will put it in. And Team Evo Fatal, from all the work they've done, it finally works. It finally breaks through. Team Evo Fatal will put one in. And it will be Team Evo, at least for now, in the lead as we're halfway through this game. Want another one. Pallets kept out by Hikari. The bounce will go straight to unfazed. The sets. Rescue Crew Gaming trying to just find that offense. They have really been on low boost for a lot of this game. That boost control and that boost management for the Pandas has not been all that impressive, but they do have their chance here. Stopped by Krontek. Lepid bumped out of the way. Hikari's going to see the net, but Palace will see that one blocked. Unfazed will go himself, and Pandas will keep the offense for now, albeit not going to keep it very strongly. So they will again have to go backfield. Lepid. Around one player, unfazed though, will pinch it back, and KCG just, it does not feel like they have the pace to keep up with Evo Fatal. And they're trying to play such a slow playstyle that Evo Fatal is fully prepared to just pick up that pace, pick up some steam, and get back, but nobody in net. B Sets has slotted it perfectly into the bottom left corner. And if they're going to play slowly, this is how they have to do it. They have to play with quality. And those passes connect beautifully. ACG Pandas have put one back. Team Evo Fatal definitely going to see the advancements against them. This Pallets off the kickoff. Great control. He'll look to the back wall. Dunked on Bisets, but unable to put it in the net. Still, he gets Evo Fatal upfield, but Bisets to Hikari. Unfazed now. Pallets keeping it close, but ammo from Unfazed, and gonna open up space for KCG Pandas. Not a lot of it. Fatal still challenging, and Pallets specifically really is looking to take that leadership role in this match. We're seeing so often. Able to get past at least one player from the Pandas. Still, he can't break through here as Unfazed. The Pandas holding the ball as we see that 60-second warning. Team Evo Fatal need to get some plays upfield as Context stopped by Bisets. Hikari bumping his own teammate, but he does set up his own shots. Hikari knew what he was doing. And KCG Pandas will take the lead late. Hikari bumping out Bisets to get there, but hey, Hikari knows what he's doing. Maybe there's a reason he bumped out Bisets. KCG Pandas, though, they don't care. They'll be leading by one here as Team Evo Fatal now facing the deficit. I like how they played against Evo Velocity. Evo Velocity, once they had that lead, it really did become so much more difficult for Fatal to get anything to work. Take that first game off Fatal. And this team overall is one that, while they can make adjustments, they are definitely a team that you can beat with the same play style consistently. And have already figured out at least something that has worked. They're bringing that offense, but definitely want to bring a little bit more, especially going to game number 2, although they're still trying to hold this lead. Lepid does get around one player, but Pallets will get around another. 0 second on the clock, and Evo Fatal will try to keep this one going. One more chance. Contact saved by Bisset. Pallets stopped by Unfazed. And Krusty Crew Gaming Pandas will have game 1. A relatively uneventful game 1 as well. Pretty little, very little scoring. It feels like both these teams kind of throwing the ball back at each other, really trying to learn a lot more out of this game rather than anything else, but Fatal brought a lot of shots, a lot of offense. It was 10 shots to 4. With all the offense they brought, a lot of it was heavy clears, long shots, and a lot of it was also very early in this series. Moving to game number 2. CG Pandas love to continue on this and would love to have a lot more of a lead in these games, but yeah, their overall kind of slow play style, kind of, just very slow play style, I should really say. This is a lot slower than most Tsunami Cup teams play at this level. Definitely going to keep them back. It's really going to allow Evo Fatal that time to get upfield, to put themselves in the position, again, for the Pandas. If they're going to play that kind of pacing, Got to be able to play with quality, and that's kind of what they've done so well already. As Hikari, speaking of quality, that is a quality strike. Just, well, he places it well on that last defender. It's not an easy shot from that position. ACG Pandas will go up by 1. And they're only 0-1 in the season, but every win matters, especially early on. The Pandas, a field sweep would be huge for them. But Evo Fatal, not looking to let that happen easily, but Besets leaves it for Unfazed, and Pandas still looking for offense. Hikari, though, he'll go backfield. Pallets, who might be the scariest player to the Pandas lead. He's such a mechanical player as well. And again, he really does feel like he's the team leader here for Evo Fatal in all their matches. Does set up his teammates for a lot of opportunities, and as he will here, Contact will put it in. And Team Evo Fatal have scored back. Did not take long for them to get that goal, as really all started with Contact. Sorry, it all started with Pallets, ended with Contact to score. Team Evo Fatal just playing consistently, playing with a good amount of confidence. They can play well on offense. They definitely have the ability to outpace KCG Pandas. But the Pandas, oh, do miss that one. It's Contact with another, as a whiff from Custody Crew Pandas, and that is going to cost them dearly. A touch from Contact, not all that difficult, but Beset's not even close to reaching it. And it really only allows Contact to get a second life at shooting, and Grundek's not going to put it to waste. Any mistake from the Pandas, that is going to go in Evo Fatal's way. The series continues onward and upward for the Evo Fatal side. Hikari, though, let's get around that challenge from Leopard. The sets, Unfazed, not a lot of boost, does get the redirect, but Contact will be waiting under it. As Hikari. Demo in front. Palace doesn't have this one. Oh, he nearly got the save, but it's Unfazed who'll force it in. Palace couldn't read the back wall touch. He nearly was able to recover it either anyways, but that shot just a little too much under it. And this series still continues onward. As another goes in, Contact to answer back here. What a strike from Contact. Really does catch KCG Pandas all out of position. As Contact, Unfazed, Leopard in the midfield. Pallets blocked by Besets. Team Evo Fatal now off the ceiling. Pallets trying to go for a silly pitch double tap, and I would not put it against Pallets to be able to put those strikes in, but oh, what a fake. Unfazed. Oh, he doesn't catch Besets though, and that's going to be painful for the Pandas because that net was there for them. It's a great creative opportunity as well, but pass just not good enough. They'll get that clear though, as Unfazed, low boost. Epid does cut it out, but Hikari now. Pallets, who touch off the ceiling. Now looking for the demo on the third. Will not get it, but it does push out Besets. And Evo Fatal on the backs of Pallets. Really letting this guy breathe when he needs to. He is making it work. And that is huge for this team's confidence. As Unfazed. This set's trying to get that on KCG Pandas. 2 minutes to go, and easily enough time to get those 2 goals they need, but seeing Evo Fatal really do come out and strike. As Besets now, a demo in front. KCG trying to a little bit more nasty in this gameplay. Hasn't been able to break through all that easily. Pandas still struggling to just break out. Pallets will go for goal, but we'll get the block there. Hikari. But I feel like it's that play that If anyone's to step up, it would be him or Unfazed. Both of them have shown that they can step up in times that are needed. Love to see it be Hikari though. He was definitely the one to strike a lot in game 1. Here in game 2, he's been a little bit more quiet. The sets though, searching in the midfield. Pallets will prevent Unfazed from shooting. Hikari will go up again. His touch straight to Krontek, and Evil Fatal quickly out. Lepid. They clear, but Pallets will keep it in field. Hikari just trying to find a way out. Only a minute remains though, and ECG Pandas need to find space as that one cleared. Redirect! Oh my goodness! Besets! That is incredible! From the back wall to the nets, Besets adds pace, and the Pandas add power! The goal finds the net! This game far from over! And the Pandas now with a little bit more confidence. Can they get one more goal inside this final minute? Unfazed with the win on the challenge. Krontek will meet it there. But Besets to the back wall. Pallets gonna keep this one away from any strike. As Unfazed left for Besets. Hikari there as well, but the Pandas losing control, but Unfazed struggling to get it back. He'll go for goal. Lepid is waiting. He'll use all his boost to stop it. And a double commit. Pandas may have given up a chance there. Lepid couldn't put it on. Contact will stopped by Besets. Unfazed now waiting on the front post. Keeps Pallets out. As the Pandas, little time remaining. Maybe one or two more chances on net. Besets Unfazed could not get there in time. Contact Unfazed. Besets pushed up high. But Evil Fatal go the other way. And they'll keep this one away. That pinch heads to the ground. It will be kept up. Pallets will go for goal. Maybe one more in, but they won't need it for Fatal. Besets Hikari. No boost for the Pandas, and no chances either. This game ends. Team Evo Fatal will take it, and the series is tied. A 5-3 scoreline. The Pandas fought valiantly until the final seconds, but Team Evo Fatal, who will get the game back. A 0-second strike, but it will find their way in. All they need to do is be able to do this continuously, but no easy thing to do here in this series. Their first game win, by the way, in their season. Team Evo Fatal, can they add more to that game they've taken? They've been a much better team at just getting shots on net. And you think if the quality of those shots continue to improve, they are going to dominate Krusty Crew Gaming Pandas. I mean, this game, look at the shots. It's 13-6. The Pandas playing so far back right now. They're only hurting themselves here with that kind of play style. Go into game number 3. As, our connection to the game timed out, so quickly we'll see if we can join back in. Apologies there. As we'll get back into the server here for game number 3, KCG Pandas. Trying to respond, but for Evo Fatal, huge game 2 performance. And all that is really left for them to do is to make sure that their shots only improve. That's really all Evo Fatal is looking at. As a clear from Unfazed. Pallets. That's that bump on Hikari, and the Pandas again. It just feels like they have such a slow play style, and they play so far back. The Pandas have so many opportunities to shoot against this team, and they're going to utilize it. This is a team, Evo Fatal, that definitely can shoot. I mean, when you got players like Pallets and Krontek, those players are going to find ways to score. Team Evo Fatal, right now, not looking all that concerned. I mean, with how these games have gone, they have definitely been the team in the driver's seat. We need to get on the scoring here as Pallets, trying to get the offense started, but Unfazed already clears it back. Team Evo Trying to find an outplay, but a demo. Hikari, stopped by Pallets, as he'll go for an infield pass. Bissette's not able to get the touch on it, and ECG Pandas, again, sent back. Has another demo, now on Hikari. Unfazed will clear, but it goes straight to Leopard. Leopard again, straight to net, stopped by Bissette's. Unfazed will clear. And Hikari on the receiving end. KCG Pandas got the net. Pallets went for boost. And that will prove to be costly. A huge mistake for Pallets. He knew Hikari was there, but he went for the boost, took the risk. He's going to be kicking himself. That was a huge mistake. KCG Pandas up by 1 early, but Evo Fatal. Chance to respond. Leopard. Pallets can't put it under the crossbar. Pandas go back the other way. Bissette's dunked by Krontek. Pandas still waiting here, is unfazed. Only as far as Leopard, as Hikari now. Krontek. Leopard. To the corner. Just trying to find that midfield touch, but doesn't connect on it. Pallets. Hikari waiting. Krontek will win that challenge. And Team Evo Fatal just holding the midfield, but not able to get past that midfield, it feels. We'll get the demos though, and that's going to create a huge opening. Leopard will start the offense, and Evo Fatal have definitely changed their playstyle up. They didn't have to with how many shots they've had, but adding in a lot more demos, really making things a lot tougher for the Pandas to deal with their offense, and the Pandas just continuing to get bumped out of the way. As I have no clue where Leopard is going. It will be Pandas on the other side of the field. Hikari, Alex, Team Evo Fatal just still without a goal this game. Their shooting has definitely not been consistent, even though it has been good. But here's an open chance. Bissette's will be waiting. He will be able to get back in time. Doesn't collect the boost, however. Won't need to, though. The Pandas once again on top of things, as no clear from Pallets. Leopard will get there to it, but again, KC Pandas always doing well to follow each other up. Not only is it a 50-50 at good times, they always seem to have that second option. Always bring 2 to every challenge, and it means that even if the first person can't win it, there's always a person there to get that follow-up touch. Team Evo, though, they have that breakthrough. The Pandas have overcommitted. It's open. Krontek tucks it in. And Evo Fatal just waited for the opportunity, and they presented themselves with that double commit. Bissette's and Hikari both pushed up, and well, that's all they needed for Evo Fatal. Team Evo Fatal come a long time to get that goal. HG Pandas looking for another! Unfazed through the defense. Didn't take long for the Pandas to get that next goal, as Alex kept on that back line, but he didn't have much to do, and Leopard really wanted to get that touch. You saw him jump early, covered a lot of the net, but not enough of it. And the KCG Pandas really with all their might here, throwing it into the offense, getting rewarded as such. Hikari now looking for 3, but on tech with the save, will clear it out. Pallets can't get the dunk on Bissette's, but Leopard will definitely search for goal, and it will stay high. Hikari, though, will send it out to unfazed, but on tech the dunk. Pallets again. Team Evo Fatal throwing bodies forward. Really have no other choice but to. A minute remains. They need 1 goal, and have not been very blessed with their offensive shooting prowess this game, unlike previous games. Those shots not coming very often here for Team Evo. They'll search. Pallets to the corner. He'll bounce upward, as well, that's going to be right for Leopard's front. Krontek. Ceiling shot, but oh, he's not going to be close to that net, but he does send it out for Pallets. Bissette's great job to wait on that goal line. He had an idea that there could be a shot followed up on that. And KCG Pandas doing well to anticipate what Team Evo Fatal is trying to do. Team Evo themselves have 10 seconds to go. They need that to get upfield. Rontek bumped away, but Pallets. Lepid has a full tank to work with. Lepid now. The dribble. Flicks it. Stopped by Besets, and Evil Fatal need to keep this one up. Lepid won't be able to get to that touch, but KCG will, and they will drop it for game number 3. Going back and forth, KCG Pandas one away, though, from taking the series and getting their first win of the season. We'll get these players back in here. As game number 4 coming up next. Chance for KCG Pandas to win the series. All our matches so far this night have ended in game 4, so not be unlikely to see it happen again here. Here we go. Into game number 4, KCG Pandas can take the series here. Mevo Fatal have had their struggles on offense. This game is where they have to prove themselves, or else this is where the series will end. And already KCG looking for one. They're sending multiple players upfield. You know, much more confident KCG than we've seen earlier this series. Not as defensive, not as panicked, and a little bit faster as well. While Team Evo do still have a ton of shots to their name, they have not been all that threatening for KCG. As Lepid, it's Bisset's great first block. It will be Pallets to receive this one. As Lepid again. The net stopped by Unfazed. They'll keep this one going. As Hikari. Bisset's. Pallets waiting back, but he does need to be a little bit more cautious. Someone asking, is this an APAC tournament? This is not Asia. This is North America, my friend. This is a North American tournament. Team Evo Fatal, KCG Pandas in the Rocket League Splash Series, a North American amateur league. Although I would love to see some APAC gameplay, but we don't generally get that on the stream. I don't know that many APAC teams in general. Also, the times those teams want to play is usually pretty late, so it's a tough thing to do, but yes, I wouldn't blame you for asking, since they are the Pandas, and Hikari itself, I believe, is at least I think he is based on the flag and the name and all that, has Japanese heritage. But right now, though, Hikari, speaking of him, will get that first goal for KCG. He will be on the board at last. Match still has a lot left to give here, but for now, KCG looking in the midfield is Hikari. Good flick around. Lepid will be there. So we'll keep this one underway. Team Evo Fatal, though, need to answer, and that's a great way to do it! Oh, Pallets, that's how you answer back halfway through Game 4, and he just goes all in for that second touch. It's not pretty for Pallets, but this guy's got the mechanics where he will make plays like that happen, and he's such a leader for Team Evo Fatal. And Team Evo just trying to find some space upfield. KCG, though, unfazed. Hit back by Krontek. Besets his whiffed. It's open. He's missed, but Lepid's there, and it's an open net. Team Evo Fatal will take it. And while it's a little awkward, Team Evo Fatal won't mind. It's a 2-1 lead. They need to win this game here to keep this series going. All these teams really are fighting for that first win of the season here. ACG, Rusty Crew Gaming. And not feel safe at this point. They definitely weren't feeling safe last game with the lead they had. Now they definitely can't feel safe because Team Evil Fatal are barreling in on them. Go to Game 5, it's going to be Evil Fatal who would have that momentum. And that usually does a huge deal for teams, as Rusty Crew Gaming just trying to get some space, but Hikari off the sidewall. Pallets not able to reach it. Still Hikari. As that one pinched back the other way. Besets Hikari. Redirect. I've seen the Pandas are definitely pretty good at those. Evil Fatal definitely giving respect for that midfield control, but that's a bad touch from Besets. No way that's going in. Oh, it is. It's gone in the nets. I can't believe that's found its way there. Besets. That is unbelievable. He's got that good of a shot there. Unfortunately, it's in the wrong goal. And Evo Fatal now have a 2-goal lead. As this game nearing its end, ACG Pandas again meet the same issue. They're so reliant on Evo Fatal's shooting accuracy that when it does play well, ACG Pandas really do struggle. Really, it is. They're just waiting to see if Evo Fatal are the ones that don't have good shooting. And simply put, their playstyle reliant on Evo Fatal to not play theirs. And it's not the kind of playstyle I would be reliant on if I was KCG Pandas, but it's kind of how the series has gone so far. Evo Fatal have been so good at, have been good enough at getting shooting that they have been able to take the games where their shooting has played well. When it hasn't, that's when KCG comes out, so seeing a lot of both of that as Leopard now able to beat Unfazed. Pallets will send it back, but Besets with a clear. Hikari inched off the sidewall, whiffed on by Krontek, and Besets will look upfield. Pallets will block, still 60 boost in the tank. Besets will try again, Unfazed. Pallets can't challenge on this one, but Unfazed's touch goes behind Hikari. In KCG Pandas, they really needed that one, but that final touch on the back wall just was not necessary. KCG will still search as this one wide, but it does set him up here. Besets can't put it in. And the Pandas, at this point, searching for any goal, but Team Evil Fatal won't give it to them. Leopard already pre-jumped this one, but no shot on the end of it. Instead, we'll let time run out here. Team Evo Fatal will force this series to go to Champions Field, to go to Game 5. Team Evo Fatal have done enough to keep this series close. Rusty Crew Gaming Pandas so reliant on if Evo Fatal shooting is going to do well or not, and this game it did. We've got Champions Field on our hands, and one more game to end it as you see the shooting here. 9 shots to 8. It was not so one-sided. Even then, that shooting for Evo Fatal, if it plays well, they will take this series. What it all comes down to here on Champions Field: does Team Evo Fatal bring good shooting? We'll see about that. One of these teams going to get their first win of the season on Game 5. Evo Fatal do have the momentum, but as we've seen, if they're not a very consistent team when it comes to their shooting, that consistency does falter once again. ACG Pandas will be the ones to take it. This is going to be a battle of tough proportions, of a lot of defense too. Team Evo Fatal love to put themselves up in front. G Pandas. Really, for both these teams, it's not going to be an easy season, that's for sure. This is a match that you really feel like you need to win if you're either of these teams to really put yourself in the best position possible. And as we do go into game number 5, these teams with a chance to take a win, to change their record to 1-1 instead of 0-2. Evo Fatal have proven that their shooting has been exceptional, but only on the occasion ACG, they've had good defense, but they feel so reliant on Team Evo Fatal that it feels like in so many ways it's Team Evo Fatal who will determine this series whether or not they'll win or not. But for KCG, even they've been good enough to keep the series up this far, why not win it? Team Evo Fatal, though, stand in the way, and they'll have that same mentality here as you keep that midfield off early. Contact. Pallets got the dunk. It's goal 1 for Evo Fatal. And already, again, still bringing the aggression is Team Evo. You know, so often in Game 5, teams play a little bit more nervously, but not Evo Fatal. Someone chat saying I sound like an anime e-boy. That's a new one. That's a first. Well, welcome in anyways. Thank you so much for that. I'm assuming that's a compliment. There, MC Madness. Some people have compared me to Sekuno, if you know who that is. I will say I do sound like Sekuno, so as we do keep going here, KCG Pandas still stuck on defense. Lepid will look for some plays upfield, but KCG keep this one close, and a lot of passing. And you know, at this point in the series, I haven't really mentioned too much about the passing from Krusty Crew Gaming, but it has been relatively strong from them. They've been able to find each other in space, and now with Minor Demo, it's open, it's unfazed, it's tied. Krusty Crew Gaming Pandas with a quick turnaround, and this all really starts from just a great vision from Unfazed. You recognize that if Hikari takes that challenge, there's only one player back for Team Evo. That's a big goal to take. Tied up at 1. Krusty Crew Gaming looking to keep this one close. In fact, Besets is going to keep the offense here in the corner. Unfazed can't take it himself, but will stay close here as Hikari. Lepid, he's off the ceiling. Lepid is looking to stay close, and again, look at the early challenges. 2 in. Evo Fatal, they are not afraid to push up high. As the pressure gets on, they've got to be able to put their shots on target. Something that has, as I said already, not been consistent. KCG, now their chance, unfazed, stopped by a Lepid. As Evo Fatal gonna get this ball back in their court. Sets. Hikari. Pallets. Back to Lepid. Team Evo. Keeping the ball in their favor. They're still not really going for the bumps though, which is something that they did so successfully earlier in this series, but they are still keeping offense, and again, they're playing a much higher press than they have earlier in this series. Success does not come often here against KCG Pandas. Gonna be a long battle before any of these teams scores. Thank you for the follow, Kingping. I'm just putting a stream. You're here in Game 5. KCG Pandas. Team Evo Fatal has been back and forth. Evo Fatal did win Game 4. Now we're in Championsville to determine who will get their first win in the Rocket League Splash Series Season 6. As a shot goes on, Pallets stops it quickly. Now a follow-up. Lepid not able to get there. Besets fakes it, but it is still cleared away as Team Evo just kept on the back line. Now it's Krontak, another clear. Besets in mid. Hikari wants the challenge, but nobody going to be able to beat Lepid to that one. KCG still feels like they're struggling to break out as Lepid. Double commit from KCG, and that can really cause some issues here. Lepid looking in the midfield. Krontak up. Stop by Hikari. Pallets got to race back as KCG chasing him down on no boost. Unfazed. Pinched out. Besets. Shot. Nearly got the bump on Krontak, but Evo Fatal were prepared. This game still stays tied. Early goals, but nothing since. What's going to be the breakthrough? Who's going to be able to break through? Both these teams have given themselves so many opportunities to take the lead that it feels like as if it really is anybody's game. As Besets, unfazed KCG, as this theirs. Blocked by one behind by Pallets. Now Leopard the other way. Unfazed. No boost. KCG had been running on low boost this entire game. They've been using every ounce they have to get upfield to get their chances. It does prove to be risky when they do go for the defense, because that low boost won't help them, as neither will that positioning. Crontek, 16 to go. The go-ahead goal is for Team Evo Fatal. And all they need to do is hold on a little bit longer. Team Evo Fatal, 16 seconds away from their first win in the Tsunami Cup. Pallets. Unfazed. Off the corner. Hikari. Redirects this one up. Besets is where. Unfazed again on low boost. Still sets this one. Hikari. No shot there. Pallets will clear. And it will be Leopard to drop this one. Unfazed keeps it up. Besets trying to keep it alive. Low boost for the Pandas, but still they play onward. Can they get across the field? Hikari. Unfazed again. But that touch goes straight to Crontek, and the series will end. Team Evo Fatal will win it in Game 5. And the series will be theirs. 2 games straight at the end of this matchup. A Game 5 win, but Team Evo Fatal, after such a bad Week 1 performance, losing in a 3-0 sweep, that has gotta feel good for them. Game 5 win over KCG Pandas. Team Evo will... I haven't seen this team win on the stream in a very long time, so I'm sure they'll be over the moon with this win. As that will be our last match tonight. We will get a short interview here, though, with Team Evo, but if we take a look at our schedule, again, our answer in same way, started with a Game 5 first week for Team Evo Thunder. Evo Fatal also winning in a Game 5 as well over KCG Pandas. Again, our Affinity Sapphire Gauntlet. Affinity Sapphire beat the Goons, 100 Goons 3-1, but they did lose to Team A.N.D 3-1. No sweeps today, which has got to be pretty nice. We'll get, again, a quick interview here with Leopard, specifically of Team Evo Fatal. Welcome in, Leopard, a Game 5 win. You've finally been able to take a win on the stream. It's been a very long time, Leopard, but you must be feeling very, very good now, because Team Evo Fatal, it has been a tough run. Not only in the Apex Cup and the ATS, but in the Tsunami Cup here, but you do get your win in Week 2. How are you feeling, and specifically how you're feeling, knowing that you are coming off of that sweep loss from Team Evo Velocity?
Honestly, it feels pretty good. We could have all won against Velocity too if we actually played better, but like, props to Velocity for playing well against us and countering us for the full series.
And really, this match did force you to dig deep. I know a lot of people in chat were saying that. You know, you guys were doing that. Tell me about this series, because it was very close. KCG Pandas gave you a real battle. How did you guys kind of continue to play your playstyle? Because I feel like there was some inconsistencies at times with your shooting, but you got to tell me kind of how you guys were able to continue to dig deeper and deeper and really be able to get yourself this win, because this win was not one that came easily.
Honestly, we were just chilling in comms, and it was just the vibe. So it's like, if we miss an open net, we laughed about it and then just moved on to the next shot.
Said you guys able to keep your spirits high, but now at least in this season you do get your win. But next we got to play against Interstellar Gaming. You got some really scary teams up ahead of you guys. So, and you guys knowing that you're going to be at a ranked disadvantage to almost anybody in this division. You guys are one of the lower ranked teams in this Tsunami Cup. What are you guys going to do to be able to kind of close that gap?
We're gonna put in a lot of time going in tournaments like Frost Weeklies and the Strategy Sports Weeklies, because we know those are like SSL tourneys basically. So it's just putting us out there.
It's a Team Evo Fatal. As I said, this is a team that's not against playing against higher level competition. You guys do it often, and you do it here. Congratulations on your win over KCG Pandas. Before you leave, Leopard, though, Anish, do you want to say any final words for this stream?
Shout out to my family for coming in and supporting, and all my friends and all the people within Evo.
Again, thank you so much for joining Leopard. And a fellow caster of mine, you guys should all support Leopard. He streams relatively often here But again, congratulations on your win, Leopard, for Team Evil Fatal. And hopefully I know we'll see you again very soon. But for now, go celebrate that win. Have an amazing rest of your night.
Thank you. You too.
That was Leopard of Team Evil Fatal who joined us for that final interview tonight. Thank you for the casting. Of course, Palace. Congrats on your win. We'll get a raid out here. Thank you to all the teams who showed up today. It has been an amazing day of action, but I'm exhausted. It's been a very long night. Let's get a raid going here. Thank you all so much for joining the sportiest stream. For now, though, have an amazing rest of your nights. We'll see you guys again very, very soon. But for now, take care, have a great night, and be well. Take care, everybody.